Emma Rodriguez had always been treated as the failure of her family. Her younger sister, Julia, was beautiful, successful, and admired by everyone. Emma, on the other hand, was known as the sister who could never settle down. She worked as a freelance consultant, drove an old Honda, and lived in a small apartment. At least, that was what everyone believed. On Julia's wedding day, more than 200 guests gathered to celebrate. During her maid of honor speech, Julia smiled at Emma and began talking about family. At first, her words sounded kind, but soon they became hurtful. She told everyone that Emma had spent years changing jobs, chasing impossible dreams, and making poor decisions. Julia said she hoped Emma would finally learn what real success looked like after seeing her happy marriage and stable life. The guests nodded with sympathy, believing every word. Emma stayed calm. She smiled, raised her glass, and quietly looked at the clock. It was almost 9 o'clock p.m. Suddenly, every television screen in the ballroom switched from the wedding slideshow to a breaking news report. The news anchor announced that Emma Rodriguez had secretly built one of the world's fastest growing artificial intelligence companies. Her company, Quantum Dynamics, had just been sold to a major technology corporation for $4.7 billion. Emma would personally receive more than $3 billion from the deal, making her the youngest billionaire in the state. The ballroom became completely silent. Everyone stared at Emma in shock. Julia couldn't believe what she was hearing. Their parents looked speechless. The report continued by explaining that Quantum Dynamics had created advanced AI technology used by banks and financial companies around the world. Emma slowly stood up. She thanked Julia for her speech and said she had learned many lessons from her family. She had learned that people often judge others by appearances instead of reality. She had also learned that sometimes the best answer to criticism is quiet success. Then she revealed that she had spent 5 years building her company in secret while everyone believed she was struggling. Emma wished the newly married couple happiness and quietly left the wedding. The next morning, Emma was back at work in her office. Her phone was filled with interview requests, investment offers, and congratulations from people who had ignored her for years. Later that morning, Julia arrived at Emma's office. She apologized for embarrassing her at the wedding and admitted she had always believed Emma had wasted her life. Emma asked Julia a simple question: "Did you ever ask what I was really doing?" Julia lowered her head because she knew the answer was no. She had judged Emma only by her old car and simple lifestyle. Emma explained that success is not always visible. Some people work quietly until they are ready to reveal what they have built. Julia finally admitted the truth. She confessed that she had been jealous of Emma's courage. While Julia followed every rule their family expected, Emma had taken risks and created something extraordinary. Emma accepted the apology. She told Julia she was starting a new company called Quantum Aerospace, which would develop advanced space technology and artificial intelligence. Julia became excited and asked if she could help. Emma agreed, but only on one condition: "If you work with me, you work as an employee. Business comes before family." Julia accepted without hesitation. From that day forward, the two sisters began rebuilding their relationship. Julia learned to respect Emma's ideas instead of judging them. Emma learned that forgiveness can be stronger than revenge when someone truly changes. A few days later, Emma appeared on the cover of Forbes magazine. The headline called her the billionaire next door. People everywhere admired her success. But Emma knew the real victory was not becoming rich. Her greatest achievement was believing in herself even when no one else did. She proved that real success is not about impressing other people. It is about working hard, staying patient, and letting your actions speak louder than words. In the end, the sisters stopped competing and started building a better future together.